was the biggest difference for you, performance-wise, from week 2 to week 3?
Biggest difference, I would say, I felt like both games a lot of times I was in the right position, doing the right thing up until the ball. I'd say week 2, just probably could have finished a few more plays. Obviously that comes down to tackling and getting the ball carried on the ground, when I have those opportunities. And I think there was a lot to improve too in week 3 on that as well. I still had some missed tackles against San Fran, and that's something to clean up, moving forward.
Thank you.
First of all, how did you react when the Giants traded for Isaiah Simmons? They added another inside linebacker. Obviously, that's somebody who's going to compete with you for snaps. How did you react to that?
I mean, obviously everybody wants to be on the field and everybody wants to play, but at the same time, I think it's a lot bigger than that. It's about the team and, getting the best guys in the building so that we can win on Sunday. So, obviously there's going to be competition in this league, and that's, on any team you play for. But, after meeting him and having him in the room with us and, becoming close with him and playing with him on the field, I think Isaiah is a great fit for this team. I've been really excited to, get to know him and then obviously see him perform and do his thing on Sundays.
And then 2 things from the tackling standpoint. One, you had a lot of tackles. The team missed a lot of tackles. How does the team clean that up in a week where obviously you can't practice tackling a lot at this time? So how do you go about cleaning that up? And then secondly, your TFLs, I think you had 4 of them. How big are those plays? That kind of lost yardage. That's what the Giants have been missing so far. I think you only have 2 sacks on the season. How big are those plays for disrupting what an offense is doing?
Yeah, I think, the point about tackling, I think it's just something, you bring it to the forefront of your mind and that's the focus as we move forward throughout the season that, we need to, we need to perfect that. And obviously we can't exactly simulate it during practice, but we can definitely drill it and get reps doing it that way. So that'll definitely be an emphasis this week. And then, with the TFLs, I think, I think that's just making the plays when my number's called and when I have the opportunity to, run through a gap or chase the ball down and make a play behind the line of scrimmage. I think that's helpful for the team and obviously, want to continue to make those plays moving forward.
Tim Jones.
Hey, Micah. What has Wink's message been? And I'm sure there have been messages, plural, but what is his main message for the defense right now? Fairly early in the season still. You have this mini bye week almost because you played the 2 games last week. What has Wink's message been?
I mean, I think it's just trust the process and, trust what we've been building all the way since, back in the springtime and training camp. And, that's just stay together, stay as a team and, believe in what we're doing and the work we put in and obviously, build on the things we've done well and correct the things that we need to improve on so that we can, move forward, get some wins and continue to grow as a team and as a unit.
Is the defense, and I'm asking you, obviously to speak for the team, which if you're not comfortable doing, I understand, but generally speaking, has the defense been frustrated by not making big plays, big game-changing plays through the 3 weeks?
I don't know if, frustration would be the right word, but just, obviously you want to make those big plays, and I think everybody's ready for them, when they do come around. And we've had opportunities to do that. It's just about capitalizing on them when the time is called. So obviously, we know it's a long season, and we know that, there's going to be a lot of opportunities along the way and chances to make plays on the ball and set up opportunities for our offense to have a short field and go down and score. But it's just about, continuing to believe in it and trust the process and improve on the little details during practice that can, create those turnovers and make those big plays happen. So we'll just continue to do that.
And just a quick one, if I may. When do you or have you started looking at the Seahawks? I'm not sure in a week like this one, when you would start.
Yeah, our first walkthrough for the week will be tomorrow, but we'll definitely, obviously I'm sure a lot of the other players like myself have already started kind of watching films and watch their game from yesterday and whatnot. So yeah, no, it'll definitely pick up, just like a normal week would right now.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Patty Traina.
Hey, Micah, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good, thank you. Micah, can you talk about the balance of forgetting about the past, but yet pulling lessons from it and learning from it to go forward?
Yeah, no, I think that's really important. Coach Dave's always talks about a next play mindset, and obviously that happens throughout the game. Just not worrying too much about what might have just happened, good or bad, and continuing to attack the next play, and just play as hard as you can for that play at that one moment. And I think that goes obviously from a week to week basis, not to worry about whether you had a big loss week one and you got to bounce back and go on the road for 2 quick games and perform well and try to get a couple wins. And as the season moves on, there's going to be a lot of bumps in the road, and then obviously a lot of mountaintops where we can celebrate on a victory. But it's just about attacking the next week, coming in the next week, and preparing the right way and getting ready for the next opponent.
We're all human, though. I mean, it's natural for us, if we've had a bad game or a good game, to carry that over, and say, okay, I had a great game. I'm going to build on that. I had a bad game. What if it happens again? So amongst you as players, do you talk about that? I mean, what do you tell each other?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a moment in the middle of a game where somebody might have messed up and they're like, mad at themselves or down. I think that's where, the team chemistry comes along, and having the guys around you to support you and tell you, just remind you to forget about it, that everybody's going to make mistakes. The best players in the league have bad games at points. So there's times there's just that time that you got to move on and trust that you can do the right thing, and you can improve on the past mistakes and even the past victories. You just got to believe that you can and trust it, and then make the play the next time.
Thank you.
We'll take 2 more. Tom Canavan.
Hey, Micah, one of the common themes in the 3 games is that the other team seemingly has started faster. How do you guys, I don't want to say it, but show up on time?
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. I think it's just locking in from the get-go. Obviously, it's not as easy as just getting points on the board as quick as the other team does, and obviously we want to do that and we want to get that quick start. But even when we don't, it's obviously like we've been talking about, just staying the course and believing in the next play and taking advantage of every opportunity. And if there's a game like Arizona where we're down 20 points and we got to come back and fight for a victory, we're going to do that. So yeah, it's just that trust and that belief in the team, and obviously we'd like to get some quicker starts as we move forward, but just trusting the process.
One other quick one. A lot of 3rd and longs on the last game. That's simply missed assignments or what?
I think there's a lot of things that go in to a 3rd down game plan, and obviously the missed tackles last game contribute to it, and there's always going to be guys who mess up the assignment or responsibility. But I think that it's a combination of things, and obviously everybody in the building's working real hard to get all those little mistakes corrected so that we can improve and be a better team moving forward.
Thank you.
Yep.
Last one, Art Stapleton.
Hey, Micah, obviously trust the process is kind of an organizational philosophy. You guys, as a team have embraced that. When the process changes as much as it has over the first couple of weeks of the season, do you embrace the idea of getting back to some semblance of normalcy for your schedule this week? And do you think that process can have an effect on how you guys perform come Monday night, knowing that you're kind of used to preparing the way you're probably going to prepare this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody likes their routine, and having that set schedule and kind of knowing what to expect throughout the day and getting the the normal practice schedule in. But obviously there's times when you have to adjust, and last week was definitely one of those times. So I think it's just about staying the course and, yeah, like you said, just trusting the process and believing what we're doing. And obviously, you know, there's no complaints or pointing fingers or, you know, worrying about the schedule and, you know, what we got to do moving forward. But, yeah, I think that's, you know, that's what it's going to come down to, is just trusting the process. And I think we're definitely excited to be in a week like this.